Welcome to this training on workplace laws and ethical practices. In this video, we'll explore three critical topics: the Fair Labor Standards Act, the Duties Test, and the National Labor Relations Act. You'll learn what these laws mean, see real-world examples, and discover how to prevent costly violations. The Fair Labor Standards Act, or FLSA, is one of the most important workplace laws. It sets rules for minimum wage, overtime pay eligibility, record-keeping, and child labor standards for both full-time and part-time workers. Common violations include failing to pay overtime to eligible employees working more than 40 hours per week, hiring minors to perform jobs that are legally restricted because of safety risks. Employers can prevent violations by tracking employee hours accurately and paying overtime as required by law, regularly reviewing and updating workplace policies, ensuring employees under 18 are never assigned to restricted or hazardous jobs. The duties test determines whether an employee is exempt or non-exempt from overtime pay under the FLSA. It focuses on actual job duties, not job titles. To qualify as exempt, an employee must meet three tests: salary level test, minimum weekly salary set by law, salary basis test, paid consistently not hourly, duties test. Their primary responsibilities must match specific criteria. The executive duties test applies to employees whose primary duty is managing the business or a department. They must regularly supervise at least 2 employees and have significant influence over hiring and firing decisions. A retail store manager who oversees staff and hiring decisions meets this test. The administrative duties test applies to employees who focus on general business operations and exercise independent judgment on significant matters. An HR manager developing policies and ensuring compliance meets this test. This test applies to jobs requiring advanced knowledge, usually supported by specialized education. These roles are intellectual and require consistent decision-making. Doctors, teachers, and licensed lawyers qualify under this test. This test covers employees like software engineers or systems analysts whose primary work involves designing, developing, or testing computer systems. Routine computer work, such as basic help desk support, does not qualify. A developer creating custom applications for clients qualifies under this test. This test applies to employees who regularly work outside the company's office making sales or securing contracts. A pharmaceutical sales representative visiting doctors to promote medications meets this test. Examples of misclassification include labeling someone as a manager when they mostly stock shelves and run a register, classifying a basic help desk worker as exempt even though they perform routine tasks. To avoid mistakes, review actual duties, not titles, document decisions for compliance records, provide ongoing HR and management training. The National Labor Relations Act, or NLRA, protects employees' rights to organize, form unions, and bargain collectively. It also prohibits employers from interfering with or retaliating against employees who exercise these rights. Examples of NLRA violations include firing an employee for discussing wages or workplace conditions, threatening workers who attempt to organize or join a union. Employers can comply with the NLRA by respecting employees' rights to organize and speak freely about workplace conditions, encouraging open communication to resolve concerns early, training supervisors to avoid unlawful retaliation. True or false? A 17-year-old can work in a hazardous job if closely supervised. Answer: false. Understanding the FLSA duties test and NLRA helps create workplaces where employees are treated fairly and businesses avoid costly legal issues. By staying informed and proactive, we can build a culture of compliance, respect, and trust. Which of these laws do you think has the greatest impact on your future workplace?